Hi, my name is Savannah.
And I'm Claire.
And today we'll be reading Chapter 24, The Year of the Dog by Grace Lin. Chapter 24. Since it was summer, Mom and Dad planned for a family vacation after the conference. This time we are going to New York City. I was always confused about New York City. Was the city named after the state, or was the city named after the city? Whenever we told people where we lived, we had to say upstate New York, not New York. If we only said New York, they thought we were from New York City. I didn't think that was fair. New York City was a lot smaller than the rest of the state. New York City meant Chinatown, and that meant we could buy all the things we couldn't get in New Hampshire. So Mom did all the grocery shopping. She took us to the Chinese grocery store and told us to pick whatever we wanted. The Chinese grocery store was cramped and crowded and had a strange smell, kind of like the way your feet smell after you walked in the rain. Lissy said it was because of dried mushrooms in the window. There was blue crabs in a basket by the stairs and boxes of sunshine yellow mangoes and sand-colored Chinese pears on the floor. We had to pick the things that could keep for a long time. So Lizzie pulled out some crayon lichis while I picked up a bag of Chinese popsicles, and Kiki grabbed some Chinese New Year candy. When we all brought the items to the cart, Mom told us to get more. Get 3 or 4 packets, Mom urged us. They will have the last up the whole year. By the time we finished picking out everything we had 2 whole carts full of groceries. It took us a long time to check out, and Dad went to get the car while Mom paid. The owner of the grocery store came out and helped us put the groceries in the car. He bowed to Mom and thanked her for coming. He gave Kiki, Lizzie, and me each a box of chocolate caramels for free. Mom said it was because we gave him such a good business, and we had. The whole car was full, and I had to sit on 6 cans of baby corn for the rest of the trip.
After we went grocery shopping, Mom and Dad brought us to a Chinese bakery for a treat. Mom ordered 5 diamond-shaped pieces of 1,000-layer cake, 1 piece for each of us. I didn't really have 1,000 layers, but it was soft, sweet, and very yummy. Can someone get a job eating cake, like professional cake eater? I asked. It was August already, and I still hadn't found myself. No, Mom laughed at me. Anyway, you would get tired of eating cake all the time. I wouldn't, Lizzie said. I can eat cake every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the whole thing. Chomp, chomp, chomp. You sound just like your uncle, Mom said. He loves cake. Did I ever tell you the story about your uncle and the cake? Uncle Shin and the special cake. Well, when we were kids, we weren't very rich, so we rarely got anything special. Sometimes Grandma gave us little candies or cookies, but never anything much better than that. However, one day a rich auntie came to visit us. She brought us a big box wrapped with a silky bow. Do you know what was in it? There was a cake inside. We had never been lucky enough to have a whole cake before. It was frosted white rectangle with sugary pink flowers and a pastel green leaves. Every inch of that cake held a promise of sweet delight. My sisters, my brothers, and I stared with big eyes and licked our lips. We wanted to eat it so badly. The worst was my brother Shin. You know, Uncle Shin? He loved to eat, and he usually got the best of everything. He was the only boy in the family, so Grandma spoiled him. That's mine, he growled like a starving wolf, his eyes devouring the cake. He wanted that whole cake for himself. While my aunt was talking to Grandpa and Grandma, Grandma took the cake into the kitchen. She cut it into 8 equal slices, 1 slice for each of us. I couldn't wait. We crowded around her and inspected each slice to make sure they were all the same size. Uncle Shim kept circling us as if he was a hunting tiger. I want all the cake, he kept hissing. I want all the cake. Give me all of it. But just as Grandma finished slicing the cake, Auntie called out to say she was leaving. We all had to go say goodbye. We left the cake on the table and bowed goodbye to Auntie in front of the house. All of us said goodbye and waved, except for Shin. He had disappeared. When we went back to the kitchen, there was Shin. He was devouring the cake like a hungry pig, crumbs and frosting decorating his mouth and nose. He was such a greedy boy, and he was determined to have the whole cake to himself. But we had only left him alone with the cake for a minute, so he wasn't able to eat the entire thing. Do you know what he did instead? He spit on all the other pieces. It was so gross. He ruined everyone else's piece so he could have it all. And he did. We watched him eat every piece. What a spoiled little boy he was. Then that night, he had a horrible stomachache, and no one felt sorry for him. I would have just eaten around where the spit was, Lizzie said. Ew, we all said together. Yuck. The key word is cake.